This thing is very, very tasty. It gives a lot of shade and it goes without any water. That we did nothing. I like eating a lot of Singapore.
V.K.Krishna Menon, Krishna Menon, born on 3rd May 1896 in Paniyankara in Kozhikode, died on 6th October 1974 in Delhi, was an Indian politician, non-career diplomat and nationalist. He was described by some as the second most powerful man in India, after his ally, the first Prime Minister of India, Jawaharlal Nehru. He wrote the first draft of the preamble to the Constitution of India, initiated the idea of the Constituent Assembly of India, and is considered the architect and to have coined the name of the non-aligned movement. V.K. Krishna Menon said that expression, positive neutrality, is a contradiction in terms. There can be no more positive neutrality than there can be a vegetarian tiger. Positive is positive, negative is negative. This contradiction is what created the darkness, Katl, Tamasoma in Sanskrit. And people always carried that darkness. Darkness is the absence of your deep, your intelligence, your Shakti. Darkness, if you carry the darkness, it's the absence of your strength. Darkness is the absence of your samskriti, your culture. When that culture is lost, then you have to bring in a term to suit the opposite devil. And you always were taught there is always a light at the end of the tunnel, means there is always a light at the end of the darkness. First of all, where there is darkness, darkness is created and enforced into you. You are born a deepa, a light unto yourself. You forgot, or they forced you to forget your strength. They forced a religion into you without you asking. When you were born, you didn't have a religion or a caste, but they forced a religion and a caste into you. And you're grown with that spoon feeding that I am so and so religion, I am so and so caste. And these are my people. Never mind. As long as they have given you the freedom to express yourself and grow in such a situation, that expression of yours was the greatest art every family could have enjoyed. But the family was forced by the church, by the temple and the masjid to live in fear of a person called God, to live in fear of expressing their own talents. What we give, shut your mouth and take it. That has created the damage that people are begging to go and live in another person's house, a stranger's house which they do not know. You hardly get to sleep in a stranger's house. So then the stranger's house has become a posh, beautiful hotel. The stranger's house has become a very beautiful, posh, good-looking restaurant. All that glitters is not that gold, and people were forced to rush into restaurants. Do not cook at home. Eat from our dirty kitchen. But inside the dirt, outside it is all polished, beautifully covered with sugar-coated medicines. That expression, positive neutrality, is a contradiction to people. Even now in this corona time, people are begging the government, give me a bed, give me a bed. Are you not a bed? The body itself is a bed. Look at the hard-working people. They can sleep even in a rock, even on top of the concrete. Anywhere they get. Drivers in the buses and trains and all, they sleep in the same place, but they get beautiful sleep. Why? When you have getting a beautiful sleep and the body is giving a beautiful sleep, why are you rushing up? Like Gijin Funakoshi said, when I fall sick, I practice 3 times more and I sweat it out and the disease is gone. Well, anyhow, majority of the people knew if you are going to the hospital, there is no guarantee that you are going to come back. Even in this time, in this 21st century, when you have all the mobiles and you can keep in connection with the people. People go to Sabrimala. They have 2 months of travel to the forest area to reach the temple of Sabrimala. And when they go to Sabrimala, all the house people knows, the relatives knows, they are going to face death. If they come back, it's okay. If they don't come back, it's okay. But let them go, and they send them because they have taken an oath, a positive neutrality. What is neutrality? What is there to see in that Sabrimala? Nothing, but just nonsense is being dumped into the people for people to see. When there is an Ayyappa right inside your house, when there is an Allah right inside your house, when there is a Krishna right inside the house, where are you going? 2 months. And on the way, the tigers and the wild animals will tear you into pieces, kill you. Hardly dead bodies come back. Why? Now people still go to Sabrimala because they have the mobile. They can non-stop keep in touch with the people. In such a situation, people are going to the hospital. They are not able to connect to the people. And still they are begging for beds. Please don't go to the hospital. Death is not in your hands. Understand? So please be in your house. Embrace your people. If death happens, embrace the death. As you have embraced the life, you have forgotten to embrace the life. Maybe that's why you are not willing to embrace the death. You are wanting to go somewhere and get somebody kill you. I heard many people are telling they don't even get water in the hospitals. How could they give you water when so much is the crowd and the rush and the push? What can a doctor do? What can a hospital people do? Understand, don't go to a place where they can trample you to death. There's a crowd. Let the crowd get over. You are not, you should not allow a mass hypnotism to hypnotize you to be dragged. All that glitters is not good. That expression, positive neutrality, is a contradiction in terms. There can be no positive neutrality, then there can be vegetarian tiger, said V.K.Krishna Menon. It's contradiction. You are you. How can a lily, rose, how can you become a neutralized roast and say, I am acting like a lily? No, how come that be possible? Try to understand. You are you. You have to express yourself. You have to understand yourself. Why? Because everybody is running to the hospital, I should also run. Because everybody is falling sick, I should also fall sick. What kind of people? You said, you are educated, you are literate. Please come out of that. In a live radio program hosted by an extreme conservative host, Menon was given a lecture by the aggressive host in US and asked if it was true that Menon was a communist. Without battling an eyelid, Menon returned the lecture and concluded it with a question to the host. But tell me, is it true that you are a bastard? For once the radio host was silenced, at least momentarily by visiting host. Yes. Please try to understand. Are you a bastard? Yes, what V.K.Krishna Menon understood is, how could he ask me that I'm a communist? Can I ask you back whether are you a bastard? That you have lost your originality? That you have been tricked to believe that you're educated? That you're literate? Let us die. Embrace the death. When you embrace the devil is not there. When you embrace the darkness is not, the only light is there. The first medicine when you fall sick is throw all your things out from the house. Burn it down if possible. In the empty house, on the floor, you try to sleep. Clean the windows and the doors. Take a thorough scrubbed bath together. Yes. And see, there can be a change. The change cannot happen in a day's time. We can wait. When you go into hospital and you are getting killed in 15 days without a single person even talking to you, it's better to be in house for 15 days. I'm thinking. Bengali Krishna Menon, V.K.Krishna Menon said that expression positive neutrality is a contradiction in terms. There can be no positive neutrality. Only the yin and the yang, positive and negative, right inside your house. Don't be only positive. Look at the men, all shaved men, no motion, no beard, and they're thinking they are positive neutrality. No, positive. You are man, and your wife is wife. Feminine is feminine, masculine man. You both believe the feminine mind is a feminine mind, works in the feminine structure, and the masculine with the masculine structure, then there is happiness. Then there cannot be positive neutrality. There can be no positive neutrality. Then there can be a vegetarian tiger. The whole world has been shaved. Men has been shaved, no motion, no beard, and they believe in positive neutrality. Where there can be deepa, where there can be light, where can be ananda, paramananda. There is no ananda, paramananda when the masculine starts behaving like a feminine. Are you a communist? They asked Krishna Menon, and he said, is it true that you are a bastard? This is my 411th small talks.